Hey, Realms. How's it going? I'm not even sure how to start this, if we should do voice chat. Yes, I just saw that. It looks amazing. Yeah, that's true. Um, we can decide that later, I suppose. Oh, Mims, hey. Chat box needs to be on top of everything. And I think we need to make it a bit smaller. There we go. How's it going, Mims? Did you get a you got a chance to finish it, right? You finished the book today. Have we added you on the Discord? Also, Realms, it's not letting me look at the rules. It says I do not have permission. Hey, look at that. We survived. Book discussion. I don't know why I don't understand a Discord. Like it seems like it should be simple, but I just don't get it. I'm seeing all these text channels, reading channels, writing channels, voice channels. Um like I don't like why do people need Discord on top of Twitch? I don't understand, but it's fine. Can I see it now? Let's see. It says I don't have permission, but let me try refreshing maybe. Hmm. I'm trying to view it on the text channel. I don't know if that's the right place though. Oh, and you know what? I totally left my book downstairs, so I'll be right back. I need to grab it. Okay. I've got my book. I've got it. You can see the channel. Um, where should I be looking for these rules? Oh, there they are. I see them now, Realms. No hate speech, don't be a jerk. Racism or discrimination will not be tolerated. Yes, those are good rules. I like those. I like those a lot. I just have to give a huge shout out to Realms because he set up the entire Discord channel because I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh, okay, gotcha. Cool. I don't know who else wanted. I need to set put a alert out on Instagram because I think there's someone on Instagram but not on Twitter that may want to join. I think so. I'm not entirely sure. I didn't hear anything directly from her. She may have said something on Twitter that I don't remember, but I should have put a chat command for Discord. Twitch.tv. All right. Make a Discord for the channel too. Yeah, if you feel up to it. There we go. Valencia was one of them. Was it Valencia? Oh no, that's Danny. All right. So we've got 3 viewers so far. I wanted to add one more thing to this live screen. So big shout out to Realms for making the Discord and the logo for it and everything. He's been amazing. Also, big shout out to Nerd Girl Summer who created the overlays and like 2 of the emotes for the channel as well. So big shout out to her. If you haven't followed her already, do that because she's amazing. Ooh, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, stop it. Oh, you son of a gun. All right. Got a lot going on the screen, but so do you guys just want to chat in chat about it, or do you want to go into voice chat? What do you want to do on the Discord? Mims just showed up. Hold my beer. That's amazing. That was loud. What do you guys feel like doing? We can start off by a very simple question. Busy, howdy, hey Scoobs. I think the logo looks amazing, Realms. I mean, you were worried about the details, but I love it. What is this? I don't know what's happening here. Yeah, the logo looks amazing, Realms. Thank you so much for doing that. I very much appreciate it. Scoobs, did you read Jo Nesbo, The Snowman? Or The Snowman by Jo Nesbo? Did you read it? Did you read it? I don't know what that is. You read RPGs? Oh, the stream froze? Hey, Ronan. How's it going? Thank you. Is it frozen for anyone else? All right, so this stream is to discuss The Snowman by Jo Nesbo. All are welcome, but just be aware if you haven't read it and you intend on reading it, there might be spoilers. The stream. Scoob says the stream froze. So of course, if you don't intend on reading and you just want to hang out, that's totally fine. So we have a Discord set up. Realms spent the last few weeks setting it up. So if you would like to be invited over there, Realms has all the information. We can do voice chat. We can do normal chat, whatever. Text chat. I'm reading. What am I, a nerd? Well, let me tell you something about nerds, buddy. So we can start by did you like the book or did you not like the book, and why? Were you drawn into the action? Were you drawn into the suspense and the mystery, or did you lose interest at any point? For what reason? I kind of want to pick apart the story, the plot, the characters, the development in all aspects, that kind of thing. Because not only are we doing a book club, but I also write, so I kind of want to hear what you guys have to say about what you liked, what you didn't like, what worked for you when you lost interest, that kind of thing. And I'll be keeping notes in my head about that as well. So, Realms, do you have the link for the Discord if anybody wants to join? Mims went to play Red Dead. How dare you, Mims? It's fine. Whatever. Um, Red Dead is addicting, so I don't blame her at all. I could probably make that easier for you and set up a bot for that. Mims is like, Realms, you liar. Let's see if I can set up a bot. Hang on. I barely know what I'm doing here, guys. I'm so sorry. I don't know if I trust myself with the leadership because I still don't know what I'm doing. So, let's see. I don't even know what you're talking. What panel? I don't understand. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to watch some YouTube videos on Discord. I think that's how bad it is right now. Let's see. So we have a follow command. We have a followage command. So if you want to know how long you've been following, we have alert command and a stream command. The merch command needs to go away. So let's add a command. Discord. Okay, let's see if that one works. You can put links on them. Panel is the buttons under the stream. What? Hang on. I want to try this command, make sure it works. Oh, I didn't add the link. I'm dumb. Hang on. And that's why we test things, kids. All right. Let's try one more time. There we go. One for club and one for stream. Oh, realms. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Let's see. Okay, let me read through your stuff again. Oh, okay. The panel's on stream. Okay. Realms. Red Dead is like the new one. The new Red Dead is 60 still. God, games are getting expensive. All right. If you want to join in the voice chat, I'm going to go ahead and open one up. Follow that link if you want to join in. I don't know, except I don't know how. Oop, there it is. There it is. Being a gamer is rough. First world problems, right? Sonic Shuffle, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Oh, do we have... All right. Thanks so much for the follow. How are you today? Yeah, that's totally fine, Mims. That's fine. It's just open in case anybody does. If not, that's fine too. Okay, so first impression of this book. You're doing good. That's great. I'm glad to hear that. First impression of the Snowman. Go. And while y'all are typing, I can tell you my first impression was that this is clearly um, crime, drama, mystery, thriller type book, and it's very adult themed, obviously. Uh, is there an echo? Wait, is that better? Oh, okay, hang on. I gotta turn you up. I can barely hear you. Is it echoing on stream or just on your end?
Just my end.
Okay.
You can right click on my name on Discord and it'll show you user volume. That's how you can turn it up.
Okay, perfect. Well, that's already all the way up. My laptop volume was at 8, so. Okay. Beginning was slow, and the Tarantino effect was hard to follow at first without knowing the characters. Yeah. So that's the problem, though, is this book is like number 7 or 8 of the series, and I've actually read the first one after I read this one. So I'm trying to find the list of Inspector Harry Hole. So my mind is not in the gutter most of the time, and while I was reading this book, I was trying to discuss it with my coworkers while I was sitting at the front desk at reception. And oh, here it is. So the Snowman is number 7 out of 10 when this, or well, I guess not when this was published, but I'm sure there's more. But I was like, oh my god, I'm reading this new series. It's awesome. Blah blah. There's so much action and suspense and mystery. His name is Harry Hole. Okay, so this is my story. 12 books, right? Um, so so they're like, "Oh, what's it called?" I'm like, "The Snowman." And they're like, "Oh yeah, I thought I saw a movie made." And I was like, "Yeah, I plan on watching that after I read the book." And they're like, asking questions. Who's the main character? What's it about? And I'm like, "There's this inspector named Harry Hole, and he does." And they just look at me and they're like, "Oh my god, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up." And it didn't even click until after I went home after work, and I was like, "Oh my god. Why why would you choose a name like that for a character? Like that's just not where my mind was, but why would you choose that name for a character? Like you can't talk about that character out in public. You can either say Harry and they'll probably assume you know, people eavesdropping might assume you're talking about Harry Potter, or you can say Inspector Hole, I suppose. Inspector Harry Hole. Harry Hole, does he dig holes for a living? Some might assume other things, but so my first impression, Mims was saying, what did Mims say? Beginning was slow and the Tarantino effect was hard to follow. Yeah. So I've read The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, among others that are a lot thicker than this book, but along the same lines as far as violence and action and mystery and suspense. And I was actually pleasantly surprised at how quick the action picked up. I mean, it was kind of slow at first, especially if you don't know the characters very well. But what was that beep? But
Just ignore that.
Realms is just wrecking everything. Just ignore it. So I was pleasantly surprised at how quick the action did pick up compared to other similar uh, in a similar genre. The other hard part was all the Norwegian names. I know. I just like my eyes scan right over those. I don't even want to try to pronounce those. Yeah, it did get confusing. Luckily, some of the main characters ended up having simpler names like Katrine or what was her dad's name? Freaking, what did they call it? They had a nickname for him. And so difficult names in a book can actually help differentiate between characters, but then if they're too difficult, you need to make sure that you have a nickname or a shortened name for them. Gert, yes, 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 yes. Good job, Mims. Inspector, her Harry hole. That was meant to be dirty. 1 point for Mims. Um, so yeah, so I thoroughly enjoyed the book, especially the second time around for me. I caught things that I didn't catch before, and especially knowing what the ending was going to be. That was kind of it was frustrating to read. Maybe in Norwegian, the e on the end of hole is finessed a bit, like hole. Yeah, that could be. Let me look that up. Inspector Harry Hole. How do you pronounce it? Pronunciation. There's no weird characters. Word is pronounced. Yeah, you're right, Mims. Another point for Mims. The word is pronounced as two syllables with stress on the first. Hule, as is implied in the bat where the Australian police call him Harry Holy. Okay, that makes more sense. Mims, you're killing it. Realm says, I like it, although some parts felt as if they were just page fillers. Some parts were hard to follow with the random change of scenes all of the sudden. So, still sounds naughty. I'm gonna. I'm actually gonna switch some of my screens here so I'm not looking away from the camera. Um, uh, I very much enjoyed being led to believe one thing and then being told you're a fool. Yeah, me too. So, and especially when the character is right there with, like, you're right there with the character. Like, Harry firmly believed that, you know, the one dad was definitely the snowman, and then the doctor, and then Katrine, and then it's like, finally, he puts the pieces together, and it's this guy who's completely immersed himself in Harry's life, basically. Someone he thought he could trust, for the most part, even though he was with, you know, Harry's ex. But um but yeah, so going back to Realms's point, I slightly disagree with the page filler thing. There was definitely some parts, like half a page would be a very detailed, deep description of an office. And it's like, okay, I get it. It's grungy, it's messy. I understand wanting to go into maybe a few sentences or even one paragraph of detail just to really drive home the point of how this character works or lives. But you don't usually need half a page or even a whole page for that. Um, but again, having read books in a similar genre, it actually Jo Nesbo kept it very concise, comparatively. But on the flip side of that, because he was so good at getting to the action and getting to the point, um, even though his descriptions were shorter than most other authors would make it, it felt just as long because you're expecting to get to, you know, you're expecting him to get to the point. That's just how I feel. But and some parts were hard to follow with the random change of scenes all of a sudden. Yeah, so that's also something. I forget what the exact term is, but it's like instead of viewing the story from just one person's point of view, it's like a godlike observation. Like you jump from one person to the next, and I think he did an okay job keeping the chapters or the sections to each person. But it was a little bit jarring to go from the main character, Inspector Harry, to a victim that we only see from her viewpoint for like 2 pages. Jarring, yeah. Um, I understand that too. So yeah, yeah, very erratic. I was so bummed when it was Katrine. I felt for her. Yeah, I did too. And when you finally understood where she was coming from, it just like my heart broke, you know. And more so for Harry because he kind of took her under his wing and had somewhat more respect for her than everyone else did. Like he still has his vices and he still had those thoughts that the other men did, but he never treated her that way. And so when he legitimately thought that she was the snowman, I could just feel his heartbreak, you know? It just felt like that. Yeah. No, sometimes they are, though, Realm. Sometimes they are page fillers. Uh, Mims. Guys, are basically Oprah right now, except we don't get cars. I can send you a little hot rod car if you want, if it'll make you feel better. Welcome to the stream where you get a point, but points don't matter. You get involved and immersed, and then you're expected to immediately care about someone else. Yeah. But I think for me, especially being able to view things from the victim's point of view, it wasn't so much caring about that character because there was a certain level of these women are terrible people. They've been cheating or they have cheated or whatever the case may be. There was a certain level of sin to their characters. So I didn't feel as connected. And I think that was kind of the point. It was just the view from them was just to show you the killer, basically, like how he went about it, how mysterious he was. You know, none of them really saw his face, I don't think, or didn't focus on his face. And the one in the barn kind of showed you as a reader how this psychotic genius serial killer was actually tripped up. And that kind of makes him more human, you know? Gives him kind of a, like, oh, okay, he's not a freaking the devil. I mean, he is the devil, but he's not perfect. He's not a perfect killer. Um, Overall, we'll read more of the series. I would suggest starting with the Bat because I think because it's such a long series, the inspector's character development throughout the series is going to be there's going to be more of a character arc as you read through. So in this one, he is just like a negative, pessimistic drunk, basically, or alcoholic who's avoiding alcohol as much as he can. Broken heart because, you know, he can't be with his ex. Broken heart because he can't be as involved in Oleg's life as he wants to be because he's given his life to his career. But in the Bat, he's a little more optimistic, I think. He's definitely an alcoholic in that one, big time. They did not introduce Oleg or his mom in that one, I don't think. I'll have to go back and read it. Can someone explain what Katrine's part was in this? So, do you mean like her purpose and like what was her character's purpose, or why was she even in the book in the first place? You love the name Oleg. Me too. That's the one name I can pronounce in that book. The purpose. So I think my personal opinion, I mean, they make her motivation clear in the book. Her dad has gone missing. He's been accused of all these crimes because he wasn't the most moral policeman. And so she wants to clear her name, her own, and her mom's. And so she's got a vendetta. She wants to make sure that this snowman is caught, that her dad is not going to be accused of being that or a scapegoat just because he's missing. But her character's purpose, I think, was to add motivation to find the snowman. Also to show that Harry is a better person than he thinks he is. So he's got a very low opinion of himself. And he knows he's got his vices like alcohol. But she, I think, kind of brings out a good side in him. Like I said, he took her under his wing. He treated her with respect. Even when he thought for sure that she was the killer, he still, like, he didn't want to believe it because he cared for her. And so I think Katrine kind of brought out his humanity in a way that Oleg couldn't, because he was such a minor character. If she hadn't been in the book, I don't think Harry would have been viewed as good of a person as he was for readers. Mim says, my opinion of Katrine is that she is put here to be an atypical victim. She is not a cheater. She's a strong policewoman. She can deal with Hull, but she's a victim of mental illness and scorn. Yes, exactly. So that's also something that her character demonstrates, is that she's very driven. She's very I don't want to say stable, independent, but she's still a victim, and she's as unstable as she becomes, she can still hold her own and help bring the killer to justice, I suppose. Even though she wasn't really there in the end, I guess she was recovering, I think. But yeah, I agree with Mims. Definitely. She's a very driven individual, and she's the one female character in that main or even side female character in that entire book that has the moral compass of a saint, pretty much. Up until she tries to make what's his face admit to a crime he didn't commit. But that was just to show her desperation, I believe. Realms, what do you think Katrine's part was? Why are you feeling like maybe do you feel like maybe she shouldn't have been in the book at all? Moral compass on point, but also human enough to come back down from sainthood. Exactly, Mims. That's exactly how I feel as well. Definitely. Um yeah. So we discussed waiting on Realm's response. I don't want to forget about, there it is. I felt like her role in the book was perfect because she felt like the missing guidance for Harry. Yeah, to lead him on a certain path. Definitely. Like, she was there to kind of keep him in check, because if you remember, she was at when they were at the bar, she tried to kind of push his boundaries and see if he would respond to her advances, and he didn't. She kept him in check with the alcohol. That's exactly right, Realms. I mean, I agree with that also, 100%. um, so I liked her. No, that's fine. Oh, I've watched the movie. Um, just a thought, may get more people stop by who have read it. That would be amazing. Absolutely. Um, I've watched the movie, so I can talk to you guys about that too if you want, or if you'd rather not talk about it. Did I? Oh, shit. Realms, what would I do without you? Uh, let's go ahead and change that. I don't think it was a Hallmark movie. No, it was in theaters. I remember when it came out and I was like, oh, that looks so good. I didn't know it was based on a book. And then I saw the book on sale at Costco and I was like, oh shit, I have to buy that. Like, I have to. And I did. Um, Let's go ahead and change the category because I'm a big dummy. Do 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 do. But you're our dummy. Aw. I don't think kinder words have been spoken. What category would this be in? Is there a books category? Reading category? We can do just chatting, I suppose. Okay, let's do just chatting. The version I'm thinking of has oh, what's his name? The guy that plays in the new X-Men movies. Michael something. Let me look it up. Hang on. Let me finish editing my stream info. Okay, the Snowman movie. Freaking. What? I love this actor. Why can't I think of his name? Can I go to that website? Michael Fassbender. Thank you. Yes, Mims, the hot guy. Thank you. Um, yes. So that's the one I'm thinking of. Creating crafting. I don't I don't know if this would count as creating or crafting. Maybe if I was writing something. He is yummy, thank you. Mims. Yeah, no, he's a great actor too though. I really like him. Um so I don't know if you guys plan on watching that movie, but if you'd like, I can talk about that since I've seen it, or I can shut my trap if you want to watch it for yourself. I would highly recommend maybe not renting it for too much money. Like if it's at Redbox or something, it might be worth it, or if it's on TV. But so yeah, that is all. What do you think? You feel like you've seen it? Yeah, it's only a few years old. What do you guys think of Oleg's mom? What's her name? Raquel. Yeah. Okay. Is it bad that I actually like Raquel? I know she's a cheater, but she's the strongest female character in my opinion. Get out of my head. Um, she's definitely so. I don't know if I'd call her independent because she keeps going back to Harry. And why can't I think of any characters' names? Matthias. Is that his name? I know she only really has him in her life for not even for Oleg because she wants Harry in Oleg's life still. Um, he's more reliable, I guess, or he appears to be that way for her. Yes, exactly. She needs Harry's validation, but she still does what she wants. She's insecure about it, but she does what she wants. I didn't dislike her as a character, and I knew just and honestly probably because of the way Harry the author portrays Harry's feelings for her. Like he still obviously deeply cares about her and her son, and so it's like, well, by by default, I kind of feel that way too, just because he's the main character. But in my opinion, she had to get Oleg out of Harry's career. Um, yeah, so because Harry wasn't present as much as he should have been. He wasn't a very good father figure. He was more of a good uncle kind of thing. Like he's still present, but not like a father should be. But yeah, I didn't dislike her. I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent to her. I mean, obviously she cares about her son enough to drop Harry and find someone else who's more reliable. And Harry loves her, so I don't know. I didn't like that she cheated on Matthias, even if he was evil, but the fact that he ends up being the snowman kind of diminishes the fact that she cheated on him anyway. Um, and even the first time through I was reading it, as soon as she slept with Harry, I was like, oh, she's gonna be a victim. She's gonna end up either dying or that's gonna be like the crescendo when he has to save her. And can we just talk about how amazing that scene was at the end? Like, I still can't get over it, and I can't talk about it because movie. Um, I also feel like she uses Oleg as a reason why she distanced herself, but really it was for her. Yeah, that could be too. But how do you not know your BF is murder killing people? There are plenty of instances where people had no idea that their loved ones were serial killers. Like, for example, Dennis Rader or BTK out in, was it Kansas? Wichita? Um, he'd been doing it for years. He was active in his community at his church. He had a family, he had kids, and nobody had any idea what he was doing. Of course, that's in the 80s when there were hardly any cell phones, no cell phones, 70s, 80s, I think. Um, no social media. I mean, really kind of a serial killer's dream. Hardly, none of the same electronics that we have today. Uh, Criminal Minds has taught me this. Or my dark mean. I mean, what? um, yeah, it is infuriating to read a book where, not this one necessarily, but when the reader is given all the information so soon, but the characters aren't, and you're just like reading it and you're like screaming in your head, just like, oh my God, this is so obvious. Why don't you see it? But this book was kind of different. Because the first time around reading it, I had no idea Matthias was the killer until the chapter from his point of view near the end. And then I was like, oh. And really, even reading through a second time, I looked for obvious signs that he was the killer, and there weren't a whole lot. Like there was they started getting sprinkled through sprinkled into the story about halfway through, from what I could tell. And then once the chapter hits from his point of view, that's when the author's like, okay, this is him. I'm telling you this for a fact. No more, no more games, no more joking around. This is the killer. Um, so yeah, that's my thought on that. The way Katrine's dad died was awful. I learned something new about guns that day. um, let's see. I don't even know if it's true. It could be. I'm assuming this guy did his research because he's a fantastic writer, in my opinion. Can we also talk about how manipulative and amazing it was that Katrine freaking mailed Harry a letter about the snowman before she even showed up just to get him on the right track? Like, that's insane. That's insane to me. Like, how much thought and how much motivation do you have to do that? I mean, and that was just to get in to the department and be his partner. And then, and then she was just like pretty much his case partner all the way through, um, until she lost it. I don't even know what I'm doing tomorrow, let alone a month from now. I know, right? Or when Harry learned the ideas of the mask from Katrine. I'm trying to remember exactly what that was. Death masks. Yeah, and then they were hanging in her apartment. That's right. Yeah. The lady that owned the African store or whatever it was. That part was funny when she left and her skirt was tucked into her panties. That made me giggle a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Um, but I really liked when he went on the talk show. That was a lot of forethought from him when he got his friend involved to watch the reaction from the other guy when he flat out accused him um, of being the snowman basically, and then watch for you know signs or tells from that guy. I thought that was pretty smart. Regardless of the fact that it might have cost him his job, he didn't care. He wanted to solve the case. He wanted to get the killer, and that shows a crazy amount of dedication to not your job, but what you do as far as keeping the public safe, which essentially is his job. But if he were more concerned about his job, he wouldn't have done that. He didn't care about his job. He just wanted to stop the killer. So I thought that was pretty cool. Mim says, can we discuss how the fuck Matthias got enough snow up to the second floor of a house to make a giant snowman, enough to hold the weight of a full grown adult woman? I know. How did he do that? And he's depicted as like not a very big guy. How would you do something like that? That's a really good point, Mims. I mean, I was so a lot of times in writing, the details of how something is done don't matter as much if you're writing a really good scene. And this is a prime example where I was so caught up in what was going on and what was going to happen and just the sheer terror that Harry was feeling that I didn't even think about that. Skeletal, yeah, skeletal. And without nips, yeah. That's the other thing I really liked about this book is that it went into a little bit of detail about the killer's backstory. Um, and that's something I strive for in my own books. I don't want to just have a villain, a mysterious villain who's just bad because he's bad. I want there to be a reason that he's evil. He had to go through something traumatic or he had to have some kind of experience to make him that way or her, whoever. Uh it doesn't really matter, but inquiring minds want. No, that's a really good point. I just hadn't thought of it. That's we might have to do some research on that. It was a snowy ground on the day. It was, but realms. I mean, think about making a snowman tall enough to reach from the floor to the ceiling and hefting all of those snowballs up a flight of stairs. I mean, it makes sense. It's so big that it makes sense that it would sit there a while and seep through the floor as it melts, but getting it to the second floor, like, especially, I mean, your first thought is, well, my first thought is, okay, maybe somehow he got it through the window. But no, Harry had to pry bars off of the window to even get in from that side. Also, I literally felt like I gave up when Harry did. I know. Me too. Yes, exactly. That yeah. So it's not the fact that like where did he get the snow from? They had said that it snowed that day, but it's just like how do you get that up a flight of stairs and big enough and tall enough and thick enough to hold a full-grown woman? Yeah, how did he not slip? Well, he did. He slipped. He just didn't fall. Because I feel like that the way it was written made me feel like he had enough adrenaline in him to think quickly and literally on his feet. And when you're in a moment like that, you find a way to make it work, kind of thing. You find a way to not fail, and that's the feeling I got from that. So many questions. Where is the author? Let me just call him up real quick. We'll get him on the line here. No, just kidding. That would be fucking awesome. But I feel like in order to fully understand this story that we read, I need to read the books preceding it to really understand Harry. I felt like I understand him just fine, but I feel like there are things. There were many references to the first book, The Bat, and I would not have. I didn't catch them the first time around. Unless they blatantly stated, "Oh yeah, this is a reference from the case I took on in Australia." But after reading The Bat and then reading this again, I caught so many more references. It was insane. At Jo Nesbo, where are you at, brah? Right. Um, I don't know. I There are so many things about this book that are just not just the storyline, but the writing and the character development and the character arcs and points of view and everything that just kind of blew my mind. Um, the thing that gets me and that I struggle with in my own writing is how to keep an air of mystery with your readers and how to have your characters also not really know what's going on, but have them, once they figure it out, have them come across as, a genius or really smart or quick on their feet or whatever. And I feel like Jo Nesbo did that really, really well. And obviously, Harry was an established uh, inspector. He'd been there forever. He'd had his moment to shine, and now he's just like some drunk asshole who wants to hold on to his job, cares enough about the well being of others to hold on to his job. Mims, tell me if this is jumping the shark, but can we talk about the mold man? Yeah, yeah, totally. The mold man. So that guy was an extremely minor character, just like not even a fly on the wall, just like the most minor of characters in the entire book, and he helped the case in the most profound way, by mentioning about something about the blood staining the wood. And that was, I mean, that was the moment where Harry really latched on and started figuring things out. And that was the turning point of the story for me. Mims is like, okay, but no. Here's the thing. How is an inspector just going to let some dude wander around his apartment while there's a killer on the loose? I know, right? I also wondered that, but at the same time, Harry knows how to defend himself most of the time. He's a pretty mostly good judge of character most of the time, and also he doesn't really give a fuck. I mean, he he cares enough, but not enough to question someone as minor as a mold man, you know? But why did he show up again at the very end? Is he a snowball to the snowman? Oh, yeah. No, I'm glad you mentioned that. I totally forgot about that. You're right. So that's where book 8 would come in. It is called, okay, let's do this quick. Book 8 is called, where are my books at? The Leopard. Okay, so let's read a quick blurb about the leopard. Jo Nesbo, the leopard. Oh, I spelled leopard wrong. Amazon. Okay, you guys ready for this? Oh, I was suspicious of him too. He was a shady character, but they didn't make him major enough. They made him shady enough to cast doubt, but they didn't make him major enough to actually believe that he was the killer for me. But like he's there to warn you, and if you don't listen, you're gonna lose something important to you. Yeah. I'm going to read the blurb to the next book after the Snowman. It's called The Leopard, and then we'll see if maybe he ties into it somehow. And already reading this, I feel like no, that's not the case. Inspector Harry Hole has retreated to Hong Kong, escaping the trauma of his last case in squalid opium dens. Oh shit, where two young women are found dead. Oh, in squalid opium dens when two young women are found dead in Oslo, both drowned in their own blood. Media coverage quickly reaches a fever pitch. There are no clues, the police investigation is stalled, and Harry, the one man who might be able to help, can't be found. After he returns to Oslo, the killer strikes again. Harry's instincts take over, and nothing can keep him from the investigation, though there is little to go on. Worse, he will soon come to understand that he's dealing with a psychopath who will put him to the test both professionally and personally as never before. Okay, so once again, we have Harry falling back on his vices, so drugs, alcohol. And once again, we have a killer who's testing Harry as a person and as a professional. I feel like the mold man could tie into that because he has to go back to Oslo. So, but you're right. There is that last little bit. I don't know if it's a whole chapter or just a paragraph. Let me read it. Okay. Yes. In a cold cellar in a Toyin high rise, two worried representatives of the residence committee were looking at a man in overalls wearing glasses with unusually thick lenses. Okay, so that's extremely specific. The breath was coming out of the man's mouth like white plaster dust as he spoke. That's actually a really nice description, given what the guy does for a living. That's the thing about mold. You can't see it's there. He paused, pressed his middle finger against the wisp of hair that was stuck to his forehead. But it is. Yeah, so that just gave me the chills a little bit. But you're right. I think he might tie into future, maybe not even the next book after this, but I feel like he definitely is going to tie into another book at some point. Bum, bum, bum. I don't have a soundboard, otherwise I would have done that for you. But um, looking or seeking for what one cannot see. You need a stream. Yeah. I feel like I already have enough crap on my desk as it is. I don't need really any. I could use a light. But I digress. But yeah, I think you're right. I think he could definitely make an appearance in future books with Inspector Harry. I'm out of USBs. I'm out of space. I'm out of my mind. Yeah, that's why I don't play Sims 3 as often as I want to, because I have to plug in my external disk drive and then I have to sacrifice my mouse, and that just sucks playing Sims without a mouse. So you bought USB ports for USB ports? That's great. I mean, that sucks, but that's funny. I can, but then I'd have to buy him again. Actually, I did speak with someone at Origin the other day, and I think I was trying to get my Sims 3, whoa, okay, we're not going to do that right now. My Sims 3 discs onto my Origin. They said there was a way, but it seems really complicated, so I'll have to talk to them again. But I don't know why I have my headphones in. I don't know if Realms is still on the voice. I guess I have it in case anybody decides to
I'm still
join.
here.
You're still here. Okay. Am I still echoing to you? Echo,
Yeah, that's
echo,
fine. I'm used to it.
echo, echo. You can add the game codes to your Origin profile. So there's I already registered them with the Sims 3 Origin before Sims 4 came out, and then I created a new Origin for Sims 4 and completely forgot about the Sims 3 one. And I don't have access to the email that I used for that. I don't remember the password. I don't know anything. So that's why I can't do that. And that's why I ended up calling Origin because I didn't have the login information and they couldn't give it to me. They had my email, but I can't reset the password, blah, 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 blah. Voices. Um, I want to talk about the end of that book. I mean, other than the mold man, the creepy mold man. Nice catch, by the way, Mims. That was something I read and I was like, oh my gosh, we have to discuss this. And then I didn't even think about it till you said something. But I thoroughly, I know how chapter 37. Oh, you like how chapter 37 was only 2 minutes? You with your two Steam profiles. I know. I need to like start keeping a spreadsheet of all my passwords and stuff. Adrenaline. Yeah, so the climax of the book, like there are several, obviously, um when she's on the snowman with the loop around her neck and he's trying to save her. Like that's an obvious one. But I freaking loved how even though he had his finger chopped off, one of his fingers and almost his other finger came off. I loved how he had the motivation to keep going. Like he had to get this guy, and his memory is incredible because he remembered what Matthias had told him near the beginning of the book about the, what was it, a ski jump or something, or the mountain behind Oslo, being where he wanted to end it all. And he got up there and he didn't let him freaking die. And usually I'm not a big fan of the heroes that are like justice over revenge. And I'm like, no, fucking get revenge. Like this person killed your family. You need to take them out. And that's why I love the Punisher so much. But what this book did was take my view of that and turn it completely around. Like this guy wanted to die. He wanted to escape his responsibility, and he wanted to end his life's work in an epic way, and Harry took that away from him by saving his life. And I thought that was amazing, to be honest. um that one time there was actually, didn't they sleep together like 2 or 3 times? Did he swallow his finger? Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's one of those descriptions that kind of just gets in the way of the action that's going on. Like it was unnecessary, but at the same time I understand why they described it as well. So like that's something, it was unnecessary because it's like, come on, I just want to get back to the action. But at the same time, it's like, okay, you're in his head and this is what he's noticing. Like, and when you're in a situation like that, you notice the weirdest thing. Your mind focuses and zooms on the weirdest details. And that's what his detail was that he was focusing on. I love that Harry didn't let him just off himself. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And like I said, I'm not a huge fan of the, like, I love Batman, but I'm not a huge fan of the justice point of view in movies. Um, but Jo Nesbo justified it in this book. I mean, he really did, and I'm a fan of it in this instance. Your brain is like, man, I don't want to focus on this pain. Oh, look, vomit and a finger. Yeah, for real. For real. So is there anything else? Like, we've talked about things we didn't like, things we did like, the storyline, that kind of thing. Imagine if the finger moved. It might have. I mean, there's still nerve endings in it. It could have twitched or something. Oof. Reading that blurb made me want to kind of go out and buy the next book. But I want to read 2 through 6 before I buy the rest of them. So buy them all. I know. I just should. I should do that. I grab them if they're at Costco. The other one, did I buy that at Costco? I think it was at Costco that I got the other one too. Um, but so we can still keep talking about the book, but my mind is moving now to the next book club meeting. So next April, I'm going on a road trip. I am working Saturday, April 4th. That's the first Saturday of the month, so we can do book club that day if we want. Um, it'll just have to be later, kind of like today. So if you guys think this was a good time to do it, like 6 p.m. Mountain, that's fine. If you want to try to do it a little bit earlier, that's fine as well. I should be off of work by 1 o'clock in the afternoon, my time. And then throw your suggestions at me. Realm says, also, I wonder, will there be more after the knife? Is that number 12? There probably will be. When was that published? I'm going to grab something. 2000. Oh, yeah, there's going to be more. I guarantee it. Unless he dies or something in the end, but. So, this is a book. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we don't have to decide right this second. And don't bother him. I think he's dealing with a lot right now. Unless you're already talking to him or something. But throw your suggestions at me. We don't have to decide tonight because I definitely want to involve Danny because he really wanted to be here tonight, but he couldn't. Oh, he asked on Discord. Wait, where? Where he be? Oh, in private. Okay. Yeah, definitely. Tell him to throw out some suggestions. I want to change up the genre. Yeah, I can do that too. Um, I want to change up the genre. Yeah, we can go to general for sure. Um, so this is my suggestion. I started reading it and then I stopped a few months ago, and I'd like to finish it or start it over again. But this one is called Death in the Air. If you can see that. Um, and it's by Kate Winkler Dawson, the true story of a serial killer, the Great London Smog, and the strangling of a city. So it's kind of along the same lines, but it's based on a true story. About the smog in London in the 1900s. Let me know which one you put those into, Mims. So I'm going to read this to you guys real quick. London was still recovering from the devastation of World War II when another disaster hit. For 5 long days in December 1952, a killer smog held the city firmly in its grip and refused to let go. Day became night, mass transit ground to a halt, criminals roamed the streets, and some 12,000 people died from the poisonous air. But in the chaotic aftermath, another killer was stalking the streets, using the fog as a cloak for his crimes. All across London, women were going missing. Poor women, forgotten women. Their disappearances caused little alarm, but each of them had one thing in common. They had the misfortune of meeting a quiet, unassuming man, John Reginald Christie, who invited them back to his decrepit Notting Hill flat during that dark winter. They never left. The eventual arrest of the Beast of Rillington Place caused a media frenzy. Were there more bodies buried in the walls, under the floorboards, in the back garden of this house of horrors? Was it the fog that had caused Christie to suddenly snap? And what role had he played in the notorious double murder that had happened in that same apartment building not 3 years before, a murder for which another, possibly innocent man was sent to the gallows? The Great Smog of 1952 remains the deadliest air pollution disaster in world history, and John Reginald Christie is still one of the most unfathomable serial killers of modern times. Journalist Kate Winkler Dawson braids these strands together into a taut, compulsively readable true crime thriller about a man who changed the fate of the death penalty in the UK and an environmental catastrophe with implications that still echo today. So like I said, I started reading this, and the reason I like it is because it's a true story, but it's written like fiction. So it's written like it's supposed to be a story. And where are we talking here? Am I missing chats? Am I missing things?
No, they're all there. Just don't post it yet.
Okay. Okay, so that's my suggestion. It's a slightly different genre. Well, I guess it's a subgenre, or it's still along the same line. So crime thriller, but it's true. It's based on a true story. So also Mims, by the way, I did not see that you gave me 10 bits earlier today, and I wanted to say thank you, and I appreciate you very much. I just saw that notification like after stream. Danny. Hey, Danny. Watched an ad. How's it going? I'm glad you could join us. We were talking. I was making a book suggestion for April, called "Death in the Air" by Kate Winkler Dawson. It's a historical crime thriller. Um, so yeah, it's about London in 1952, during the fog or smog that basically suffocated the entire city. And it's about a real serial killer that took advantage of that and killed a bunch of women. Do you have any suggestions that you'd like to throw out there, Danny? The description sounded interesting. Yeah, I thought so. I've already started reading it, but it's been so long. I'll just start over if that's something we decide we want to read. But if anybody else has suggestions, please throw them out there. We'll read the blurbs and vote or something. Not off the top of your head. Is there a genre that you like reading in general? I know we talked about that. So I know, like, I think we talked about crime, dramas, thrillers, that kind of thing, action, whatever. The three body problem. Okay. Mims has a suggestion in Discord, but we'll read that in a second. I want to read the three body. Yeah. Hey, Jalen. Welcome. Um, Oop. There we go. Mims is on top of it. Okay, so let's see here. Amazon as always. Okay, so let's read this. BRX, welcome, by the way. Thank you for joining us. Their suggestion is the three body problem. And this says, set against the backdrop of China's Cultural Revolution, a secret military project sends signals into space to establish contacts with aliens. An alien civilization on the brink of destruction captures the signal and plans to invade Earth. Meanwhile, on Earth, different camps start forming, planning to either welcome the superior beings and help them take over a world seen as corrupt or to fight against the invasion. The result is a science fiction masterpiece of enormous scope and vision. That actually sounds really like a really good read. I'm going to post that into the Discord. BRX33 is your name. Problem. Okay. I like all sorts. I typically do a lot of true crime. Oh, yeah. So this Death in the Air would be right down your alley then. It's written like fiction, but it's based on true story. Mim says that's Bryce. He works for me, but he just finished the book and highly recommends. Nice. It's not as sci-fi as it kind of sounds, but it's really good. I like well-written sci-fi. Mims. Bryce is your name? Okay. And then Mims. Okay, so Mims is saying, I had an idea. Since it's Women's History Month, I looked for a female author. I found Where the Forest Meets the Stars by Glendy Vandera. After the loss of her mother and her own battle with breast cancer, Joanna Teal returns to her graduate research on nesting birds in rural Illinois. Oh my God. Illinois, determined to prove that her recent hardships have not broken her. She throws herself into her work from dusk till dawn until her solitary routine is disrupted by the appearance of a mysterious child who shows up at her cabin barefoot and covered in bruises. Ooh. The girl calls herself Ursa, and she claims to have been sent from the stars to witness 5 miracles. With concerns about the child's home situation, Jo reluctantly agrees to let her stay until she learns more about Ursa's past. Jo enlists the help of her reclusive neighbor Gabriel Nash to solve the mystery of the charming child, but the more time they spend together, the more questions they have. How does the young girl not only read but understand Shakespeare? Why do good things keep happening in her presence? And why aren't Jo and Gabe checking the missing children's website anymore? Though the three of them Though the three have formed an incredible bond, they know difficult choices must be made. As the summer nears an end and Ursa gets closer to her 5th miracle, her dangerous past closes in. When it finally catches up to them, all their painful secrets will be forced in the open and their fates will be left to the stars. Wow. Um, yeah, that looks really good. Plot twist, he doesn't work for me. We're equals. I just get paid more. Until April 23rd. Oh, geez. Be nice, everybody. You're down for whatever. Okay, so Realms, do you have any suggestions? You were looking up that book earlier. Also, Jalen, if you have any suggestions as well, feel free to share either in Twitch or the Discord. We're posting in books. None that comes to mind just looking at Barnes because Jo Nesbo series. Is it on sale? Don't tell me those things. Realms? Shh. I'm going to go buy all of them. You saw nothing. It's too late. It's been seen. Oh, I'm sorry, Jalen. Well, you can join anytime, but if you want to post in Twitch chat, I'll make sure it gets posted in the Discord. Your suggestion. You'll get it later. Okay. But yeah, so we have the 3-body problem, where the forest meets the stars and death in the air. It just opens you to Twitch browser. What does? My link that I put in the command? Oh, I see what you're saying. Awesome. So do we want to read Jalen's side note? Are you Jalen Wolf 5? So still seeing if Jalen has a suggestion. But our options are historical, crime thriller, science fiction, or this. I don't even know how to classify Mims's book, but mystery, maybe? Not sure. Oh, domestic fiction. Okay. Thanks, Realms. Weird flex. Whatever. It still sounds awesome. I don't care what the genre is. The point of the book club is to push our boundaries and read things we wouldn't normally read. And I mean, I don't normally read domestic fiction, so I probably wouldn't have even gone to that section in the bookstore, but based on the blurb you've posted, that sounds amazing. So takes a trip to Barnes and Noble and comes out regretting it. That's every time. Every single time. And same with Hobby Lobby. Like I cannot go into that store expecting to not spend any money. You say read and I'll do it. Okay. So Danny's vote is for anything. Hobby Works, yeah. Um do I have to make this decision? I know, I didn't know that was a thing either. Um okay, let me look up because I don't want to, since this is only our second book, I don't want to do something that's super long, especially if the Snowman was kind of tough to finish in a month for some of us. Um, that's not book. That's notes, notes, notes. Acknowledgements. Whose acknowledgements are 3 pages long? Jeez. Epilogue. No, I'm not going to read that either. Maybe I'll read it. Okay, so Death in the Air is 281 pages. Yours is 332. Yeah, all the suggestions do sound good. And then the 3 body problem is. Does it say? Where is it? 416 pages. Paperback. Hey, now it was not tough, just had things going on. No, I totally understand. I didn't finish till the other night either, so I understand. It's totally fine. And I really had no excuse. I don't do anything with my life except go to work and come home. So, and I had nothing going on. It was just rough couple weeks. Darkest part of the forest. Okay. Let's look up that one. I think I've heard of that actually. Darkest part of the forest. Is that by Holly Black? Okay. So let's read up on this. Read more, I said. Okay. A girl makes a secret sacrifice to the fairy king in this lush New York Times bestselling fantasy. Ooh. Oh, Danny. Whoa, that was really loud in my ear. Danny, thank you so much for the bits. I so appreciate it. You're the best. Realms, thank you for the 5 bits. Thank you so much. I'm an Amazon expert. You wish you had an ad. That's what I was doing. I mean, I bought the majority of the bits that I cheered to Mims last night, but then the little like 5 and 10 bit donations, I was like, I just kept watching ads. Okay, Danny, no problem. We'll wait to read this until you're back. I am going to put this in the Discord though. Darkest part of the wood. Mims, thank you for the bits. Appreciated. Oh, forest, not woods. Sorry. Darkest part of the forest. Okay. Oh, Mims. You make my heart happy. I'm just glad you can be here for this stream. Okay, Danny's back. So, in the woods is a glass coffin. It rests on the ground, and in it sleeps a boy with horns on his head and ears as pointed as knives. Hazel and her brother Ben live in Fairfold, where humans and the folk exist side by side. Since they were children, Hazel and Ben have been telling each other stories about the boy in the glass coffin, that he is a prince, and they are valiant knights, pretending their prince would be different from the other fairies, the ones who made cruel bargains, lurked in the shadows of trees, and doomed tourists. But as Hazel grows up, she puts aside those stories. Hazel knows the horned boy will never wake, until one day he does. As the world turns upside down, Hazel has to become the knights she once pretended to be. That just gave me chills, I'm not gonna lie. That icon is amazing, isn't it? I'm just here with the talk and ice cream. You make my face happy. Um, I so I say that I don't read a lot of fantasy, but that's kind of a lie because I read all of Kendar Blake's Three Dark Crowns. Well, the first three books of Kendar Blake's Three Dark Crowns series, and then her Anna Dressed in Blood, which is more paranormal. And then other stuff. So the fantasy is not my go-to, but I do actually read it. Um, I kind of want to read this one, guys. I kind of want to read this one. I kind of want to read it. How do you guys feel about a fantasy book by Holly Black? It is what did you say? 368 pages, but you know what? Jo Nesbo was way more than that. I mean, The Snowman was way more than that. It was like 400 pages. 499 pages. 500 pages. It was 500 pages. So I think we can handle 300 and whatever, 68. It is called The Darkest Part. Ooh, I misspelled that in the Discord. The Darkest Part of the Forest by Holly something. Black. How did I forget that? So all that information is in the Discord as well, Danny, if you need it again. Oh, well, I just am an old person, as you know, because I don't know how to set up a Discord, and instead I sent another message with an asterisk and the corrected spelling of the word. So you're welcome. So I want to go outside of my comfort zone, and that would be either the three body problem or the darkest part of the forest. And I'm pretty sure I spelled forest wrong too. Hang on. I did. Oh well. You know what? Shut up. I don't care. So either one is good to you. How many of you are on mobile right now? How do I set up chat settings? That's what I was gonna try to do, but I don't know how to do that. Busy. Shut up, chat. Said nothing. Yeah, it's like that. What is that meme going around? No one. Literally no one. I don't get that one either, but it's fine. If you guys noticed the new, I copied Mims and I have a hype boss thing on my screen. Thanks, Mims, for letting me copy you. Um, so Mims wanted to do something for Women's History Month, and she wanted to do a female author. The three body problem, I think, is a male author, which I'm totally fine with. But I kind of want to compromise because I really want to read The Darkest Part of the Forest. Copy away, friendo. So I'm thinking we'll do Jalen's suggestion, The Darkest Part of the Forest. And then we will keep the others in mind for the months following. So we have those here. Uh, Mine is still Death in the Air, but we can do that another time. So if y'all are good with that, I'm going to order that right now so it gets to me. Buy now. It's if anybody wants to buy it instead of oh my god, shipping is fucking crazy. What the frick? The shipping is almost as much as the book, but it is on sale on Amazon right now for $6.49. The Darkest Part of the Forest, is that what it's called? Yeah, The Darkest Part of the Forest is what we're going to do. Streamlabs loyalty section might have the poll. We'll figure it out next time. You can order for us. Enjoy immediate free Prime delivery on eligible items. I might be able to get actually a trial. Oh no, it won't let me do that. Actually, I have honey as well that might be able to get me a discount. Realms will get his tomorrow. Danny's going to run and get it tomorrow. Try anyway. I want to see if there's a coupon code. If you guys haven't, download the Honey app. It seriously has saved me so much money from online purchases. None for this one though because it's already at the best price. But honestly, even with shipping, I'm still paying about as much as I would pay from, or even less, buying from like Barnes and Noble. All right, guaranteed delivery by March 10th. Ooh, is that Tuesday? All right. Jalen, can't wait to read your book. First Twitch Honey ad I ever heard. I am not sponsored by Honey. I'm just saying I have used it and I like it a lot. That is all. Ooh, that's right. I was thinking about getting Twitch Prime for a month anyway because I really want to watch the second season of Jack Ryan. I haven't seen it yet and I want to so bad. That's also another book series that's really good. And I have like the entire series behind me that one of the doctors I work for gave me. But oh hey. So that book that Bryce suggested, The Three Body Problem, that same author has another book called The Dark Forest as well. It just caught my attention. I will actually have motivation to read and not just look at them. Hey, there you go. There you go. All right, that's been ordered. So that being said, if you haven't, I think almost everybody has joined the Discord, but just in case there's anybody lurking that wants to join, for book club. This one is for the book club. We're going to have a separate one for the simming channel. And under the book club Discord, I also do a writing stream sometimes as well. So we have a section for that under the book club. All the forest books, right? And then, as you all know, I keep my Twitter the most updated out of everything for streams, all things streaming. And I think most of you follow me on that. But if not, it's at Busy Simmer Mims. Thank you for the bits. You are so sweet. I love the little hearts. They're so happy. They're just so happy to be here. Aw. Thank you. Much appreciated. I've got Mims. I've got corgis under doggies, under hearts, under that guy, whoever he is. And like only 4 or 5 of them made him in. Thank you, Mims. Mims, stop it. What are you doing? I like watching them fall in. Although all those corgos are missing, they're missing the mark. All of them. All but one. The laptop likes the link so much better. Mims, what are you doing? Stop it. Seriously. You're going to kick me off of the off of the boss thing. Realms. Realms, thank you for the bits. But seriously, I should be paying you because of everything you do this channel. I can't even believe it. Do for this channel, I should say. That sounded really weird. You watched an ad and got 75? Holy shit. Maybe I should watch an ad. So you get dubbits. Thank you so much. Jason, thank you. Thank you for the biddies. I like the shamrocks. They're all dancing. That's so cute. Twitch is being good to you. Maybe it likes that you unlocked all those emote slots, huh? $5,000. Oh my gosh. Realms, you should be saving money for stream setup and a house, by the way. But, I mean, do what you want with your money, but I'm just here to remind you. You're trying to get a stream set up in a house. Yeah, we should be paying you. Seriously. We should. Thank you, Jason, and welcome on into the chat. I don't know if you've been hanging out, but if you would like to join book club for next month, we are reading The Darkest Part of the Forest by Holly Black. Oh, Jason is your hubby. That's right. He doesn't read good. Well, maybe you can read to him, and then he can join the discussion for next time. I do the same thing with Power Couple, so Steph has a different account, and every single time I see her in chat, I completely forget that it's Steph. And then I don't forget about Danny though. I know Danny is with Jenny, and I don't forget about him. But reading is hard. It's only hard if you're not interested in the subject matter. You just have to find the right book or story. Some people don't read because they don't want to read long stories. And for you, I would suggest an anthology, which is a series of short stories. Danny. Aw. Oh, reading in general. Yeah. I mean, some people don't like it. I know plenty of people that don't like it. But, I mean, you are more than welcome to hang out and listen all about the books that we're reading if you'd like. If you don't want to read them and you just want to hear about them, we're here to fill you in on the story. Kind of like Spark Notes. You found what? One of what? I have the memory of a goldfish, Mims. You're going to have to remind me. Mims is playing Red Dead Redemption 2. How dare you? No, just kidding. Hitting a straight lick with a crooked stick, stories from the Harlem Renaissance. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so like there are articles on Facebook all the time of people giving stories about like evil in-laws or the most entitled brides they'd ever come across or the worst customer service stories they have. And that's kind of the same thing, just in social media form. I'm gonna need Twitch chat to dumb down all the reading and just say the text to me. Usually I do read back the comments, Ronan, so you're in a good place. I'm not. It's on the loading screen. Okay. That is what I did with my first part and listened about the Snowman book. Oh, good. I'm glad you were here, Jalen. Safe space, Ronan. Yes, safe space. Yeah, so If anybody does end up watching the Snowman movie, please let me know so I can talk with you about it because I really want somebody to talk to about it. I'm just saying. I wanna rage with somebody. I wanna rage about that movie. So Realms is probably gonna get it tomorrow if you go to the store. I mean, honestly, it's not that bad of a movie. It just there's a one thing that pisses me off royally, and I can't tell you what it is because I don't want to ruin it for you. Even though you already know the story, I don't want to ruin the movie. So, and it might be just because I did watch the TV version. I recorded it from, I don't know if it was FX or FXX that had it on, so it may have cut out the part that I'm pissed off about. And that's all I'm going to say. No, Realms. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine, I guess. It's fine. No, just let me know when you do, if you do watch it, because for reals. Is there anything else we need to discuss? Anything we want to talk about? For it's fine. Totally fine. Yeah. You know. Not passive aggressive or anything. Um Realms, holy shit. I just looked at the bit leaderboard that you're a crazy person. I forgot the other day you did all those. Wow. Okay. Um as an expert on telling people it's fine when it's not, I wish you luck. You're a little yeah, you're a little crazy in a good way. You're crazy in a good way. Not like batshit crazy, but like good crazy. Kind of like me, I think. I'm a little crazy too. What? Don't you fucking dare do that. I will literally shit myself. Tomorrow at 2. Awesome, Danny. Did you get to finish the Snowman at all by chance? If not, you may want to finish it first. I'm not an accountant. No. I'm a patient accounts. I'm three things. I'm a certified medical biller. I'm a certified para-optometric coder, and I am a certified patient accounts specialist. I am not an accountant. I don't do accounting. I don't understand accounting. But what I can do is call you on the telephone and tell you that if you don't pay your $500 bill for some glasses that you walked out of the office with, I will send you to collections. Yes, that's what I do. No accounting, just taking money. I plan on it. Oh, cool. Those last 120 pages, for me, they flew because they're so action packed. But Ronan says, okay, so you don't have to deal with the tax time, which slowly kills your sanity. Yeah, no. I might be sane. I don't know. Don't feel like you have to, Danny. I was just curious to know if you did, but can't wait to hear what you think of it, though, for real. Come in anytime, or into the Discord even anytime and let me know what you think. Oh, I don't want that. The least favorite part of your last job, what, the accounting or the collections? I found throughout my life that I'm really, really good at the jobs that nobody else wants to do. So, like, cleaning bathrooms when I was a janitor, um, sorting dirty clothes when I worked at a dry cleaning place, that kind of thing. Collections, yeah. Collections sucks, but I'm pretty good at it. I know. It's like layered and they're all kind of like moving around and twitching. That's so awesome. Thank you guys for all the bits. I appreciate it very much. Um, but yeah, collections is not fun at all. Um, but literally no one else in my office will touch it. So that kind of gives me job security and I feel good, which is why got the patient accounts certification. Danny, Trying to layer those shamrocks. Oh no. No, they're all gonna miss. You got one. Oh, oh, we got one shamrock. Damn. Sorry, Danny. Thank you so much for the 32 bits. You're amazing. It does need some green. It has some green now. It's got a little leaf on top. Doing collections with the trench coat is. No, most of the time I'm wearing business casual. So, like dress pants, boots, like nice boots. And guys, not a single one made it in. Stop. Thank you so much, but stop. It's fine. Um, a nice like blouse, and then my name tags, which I actually accidentally had on during stream today. But this is what my name tag says. I can't get it too close because it's a magnet, but those are two of my certifications. This is for the CPOC. It's a little button I got, and then I need a new name tag because I've got to put my CPAS on there. So, you want to get more in it? Well, I mean, I'm not going to stop you, but you don't need to. I don't know if it's going to. Danny! Oh my gosh. One more in it. You can do it. Oh, you can do it, little buddy. Look, it's even sparkling gold. Oh, no. You mixed them all up. What is happening? Oh, salt. That drink needs some salt. Okay, guys. One salt. Thank you for Danny, thank you so much for the 100 bits. That's amazing. You washed your name tag today. Mims, thank you for the 10 biddies. You lost one. That's all right. Gotta get busy being this one. I'm not doing this to get paid, guys, but I do appreciate all the support very, very much. I love every single one of you with all of my heart. And I gotta say, this book club thing is rocking my socks off. I honestly, when I suggested it, I didn't think that many people would be interested, but I'm so glad. No cry today, Argentina. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not super emotional unless somebody freaking does 10,000 bits realms. I swear to God, if you do that, I'm never gonna talk to you again. Uh, um, I may be kidding about that, but I won't know until you actually do it. Oh, look at the little unicorns. Oh, most of those came in to the cup. The book club needs traction. It's a great freaking idea. Honestly, this is the most I think, well, maybe not the most, but one of the most active my chat has ever been. So we will definitely keep doing this for sure. Realms. I swear to God. Little reasons. Did I just say that out loud? Oh, I need sleep. Yeah, you need to get your book. That's how I say it in my Oh God, old people. I'm an old person. I'm an old person. Jason, what did you do? Shamrocks. Oh, 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 oh. What just happened? Where did those other ones come from? Thank you, Jason. Thank you for the bits. I appreciate it. It's a bit parfait. I know it got all mixed up in that 100-bit shamrock. I guess that was heavy. I mean, it had gold on it. It was a heavy shamrock. Oh, my microphone's about to fall off the desk. Thank you guys so much for all the bits. I so appreciate it. You guys are amazing. The hype boss is almost dead. Way to ruin it, Danny. He made it perfect. That shamrock has gold on it. Can't get better than that. It was perfectly layered, but I think it needed to be mixed up a little bit. Hmm. We need a zombie dance party on top. Is that a thing? Wait. Oh, wait, no, that's emotes. Hang on. You cannot cheer on your own channel. I don't want to cheer. I just want to look. Jeez. Oh, guys, I don't know if everybody's seen it, but we have new emotes for tier 2 and tier 3. I want to try to get them all to tier 1, but I don't have the slots open yet, but we will. But those are the new ones. So I thought they were super cute. Nerd Girl Summer made those for me. Twitch refuses to give me more bits. 10k rip cheer is the dancing zombie. Oh, geez. I don't know, Mims. I haven't looked. Don't you dare gift them. I will strangle you with my mind. Like Darth Vader. I don't even know. I don't know. Hang on. Don't give a sub to the gifter. Oh yeah, dude. I know. I need to fill up my tank too. Where am I going? I don't even know where this shit is because I don't look at it hardly ever. Emotes. I don't know where to find this stuff, guys. Channel, maybe? Nope. Oh, Realms, I had a quick question for you. Have you done much research into your stream setup? Because I'm still like amateur, but I know you do really good research on stuff, and I didn't know if you knew already what kind of a streaming setup you would buy, what kind of purchases you would make, I guess, for like a light and a microphone and a headset and that kind of thing. I'm still looking, Mims, by the way. I'm still looking. I don't know where to find this stuff. Mims. Snowman. Ah, I got one in there. Got one. Thank you for the bits. I appreciate it. Wait, I'm getting close. I can feel it. Channel points? Nope, that's not it. What the frickin' frack? Oh, whoa. Okay, so I have 3 subscribers right now. And honestly, I'm not super worried about it, but just if it happens, whenever it happens, if it does, I'll move those 2 emotes I showed you guys over to tier 1. Get it? The snowman? Yes. I love that. I did some and looked into that Power Couple has from their Twitter. My setup would be something with 3 monitors, an external hard drive, bay for replaceable external hard drive, some LED strip set, a table that will have the top of the table as a full mouse pad. The computer parts I need to do more comparing. Wow. Yeah, you've put a lot of thought into that. Find emo in BAM. Wait. What? Okay, hang on. Creator dashboard. Remember, I'm an old person. So I have to do this slowly because I can't find anything. Creator dashboard. Oh. My creator dashboard says, welcome back. We're still tinkering behind the scenes, getting things ready for you. Your affiliate tools will be available soonish. That's what it tells me. Jason, thank you for the 5 bits. Appreciated. I think I think I have 3 subpoints. That's my guess. Um, because it says 3 on my thing right there. Oh yeah, no, it says at, okay, it says at the top on Stream Manager 3 subpoints. So yeah, and that is what I've got, and that's fine. Click on emotes. Oh wait, guesswork. Yeah, so 12 more. Yeah, someday we'll do that. And trying to Jason, thank you for the bits again. Jalen, Jalen, not Jason. Sorry, I saw the J and I just assumed because J, you know. Doesn't everybody's name with J isn't all their names Jason? I don't know. Um, but that's kind of what I'm trying to do with diversifying the stream is just bringing in more people who will interact. Um, because I know not everybody can be in every stream chatting every time, and that's totally fine. But that's what I want to do because Mims, you're always you're always popping in, and it's always great to see you. But I also want to be able to spend time with you as well, and so that's why I figured doing the book club that gives us like one day a month where we can hang out and talk about books and all that stuff, and it seems like it worked pretty well. So you need more ads. Jalen, thank you for the heart biddies, they're so cute. Friendo days, okay, we'll keep doing it on Saturdays then. um Danny, thank you for the 18 bits, they're so cute. uh oh. Oh god, what is why does it do that? Your aim is bad. Poor Danny. I don't know. See, the last cup I had was just fine, but then I changed it and now they don't really make it in very well. So I don't understand. Realms, thank you for the 5 bits. I appreciate it. Look at the doggos. And the last one just falls. It's like they collide and then they just explode. The cup is mean. Make it a. I don't think I can. Let me see. Let's see what our options are here. Oh. Okay, so we have a beer glass and another beer glass, and the one I'm using, and then a beer stein, and then an ice cream cup thing, and then a scotch glass, and another scotch glass, martini glass, beer glass, wine glass. I don't know what that is. Mug thing. Champagne glass, another scotch glass. We've got a pegs thing, and then why does it do that? And then we've got a stocking and a snowman. Oh, I should have put the snowman one up for this for the stream. Damn. That's okay. It doesn't catch very many. The little graves. They're moving. Thank you for the 25 bits, Mims. I appreciate it. I need to have someone in real life to stop me from buying bits. It's like the first one stops and messes the rest up. I know. I wonder if I need to hang on. Maybe if I move it this way. I don't know what my logic is here, but maybe if it takes longer to get there, they'll just kind of fall in. But it's pretty much full anyway, so it does. It looks like it's bouncing, like somebody's doing something naughty in the grave. I don't know. Looks like the zombie version of Woohoo. Danny, let's see what happens. What is happening? Where are those coming from? Why are they not? And the last one falls in. Why does it do that? Let's try. Nope, that's not going to work. Hang on. It hates Danny. Danny needs to catch a break. Poor Danny. The cup has the force. Yes. I don't know. Maybe if I don't know. I don't know what the physics are for the bit cup. I just know that it's just about full, and I can't believe you guys have cheered that many. Danny, wow. You're catching up to Realms. Danny gives up. Well, you have given plenty of bits, and I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Oh, so Jason, gotta buy more to increase my lead. Oh, that didn't work at all. Thank you so much, Jason. I'm just gonna leave it over here. That seems to be the best. Move on to donations. Oh, geez. I think I got rid of my donation ticker. You tried. um, so one thing I know we can discuss, just in general, is what movie to book adaptations have you really liked, and which ones have you like hated to the point where you either turned off the movie or put down the book. One, for example, one for me is Hunger Games. Like, they did leave out some stuff, some details, and a couple kind of important plot points, but not crucial. And I thought the book to movie adaptation was actually pretty decent compared to others. And then Harry Potter, of course, they leave out all kinds of stuff, but they got the general idea. So um, I obsessively read the books as a kid and loved the movies, but then I went back because I've watched the movies now more than I've read the books. I went back as an adult and read the series through and then watched the movies, and it just felt like the movies were kind of a skeleton of the books. Like, there was really no meat there. Like, the general story was there and they got most of the important stuff, but it was like there was nothing there, you know? Ella Enchanted movie is nothing like the book. I agree. I have read that and I saw the movie, and I completely 100% agree with you, Jalen. Mim says the final Harry Potter movie, The Battle at Hogwarts, was such a freaking letdown. Yeah, so I it was nothing compared to the book for sure. I thought it was okay. Um, Again, being a kid. Well, I guess I wasn't a kid when that came out though. Being young, I guess, and watching that was like, it still got to me. Um, but you're right. It was nothing like the book. It wasn't nearly as intense. Another one. So, uh, have any of you read the Maze Runner series? Jalen says it was one of my favorite books growing up, and it made me upset how little it was like the book. Agreed. 100%. Me too. I loved that book when I was little, and I watched the movie, and it was like, yeah, it was a cute movie if you haven't read the book, but if you read the book, it's like straight up stupid, you know? But Realms, thank you for the bits. It's not my birthday, though. That's not till September. Thank you. Oh, no. Okay, I do love cake. I love cupcakes, especially with frosting. Wait, cupcakes have frosting, otherwise it'd be a muffin. I love cupcakes. If I could eat them every day, I would. But, you know, uh, sugar and diabetes and stuff. Mims, thank you for the 5 bits. I have not read Maze Runner series, but heard good things about it. So here's the thing. The Maze Runner series has the potential for a really good story. It's really unique. The idea is there, but the writing is very. It feels like it's written for a 10-year-old, but it's pretty dark though. Like, the content and the writing style don't match up, is what I guess what I'm trying to say. It's very dark. There's a lot of violence and death and something you'd expect from a book like that, but it feels like it's written for someone much, much younger um, than what it should be. I did not know you could fancy lurk. Yeah, I added that command recently ish. But then I went to watch the movies thinking, okay, well, maybe the movies did it right. Maybe they, maybe it's better in a movie format than as a book. No, no, just no. They take the main characters and the very basic idea of the story and they just run with it. Like it is nothing like the books. It's absolutely, I've never seen anything so terrible in my life. Um, I mean, oh my god, it was. I can't even. Like, not with. Ellen Enchanted was pretty bad. But not with the Snowman, not with Harry Potter, not with anything have I ever seen such a bad adaptation to a movie. Yeah, like they kept the story, like the plot, but it just wasn't the same. Like Divergent was kind of the same way. I loved those books. I read all of them, all of those books I read in a span of 48 hours with like a 4 hour nap and like a 10-minute break to eat. Otherwise, I had snacks and water and stuff all around me while I was reading. Loved the books, loved them. And then the movies were made out to be a love triangle type deal. And that's what they focused on. And I hated it. And I mean, again, the movies by themselves weren't bad. But if you watch them after you read the books, it's like, what is this even? Why is this even the way that this is? Thank you, Jason. Thank you for the 5 doggos. Oh, he found a place. You will give props to Ella Enchanted movie for being decent. Yeah, exactly. And I think that's where I'm at with most movies. Like, it's okay if you haven't read the book. If you hate reading but you want to know the story and you're more of a TV movie type person, then it's probably okay. But I have learned not to read books before going to see the movie. Same with The Fifth Wave. The movie by itself was just fine. But I literally went out and saw the movie in theaters the day after I finished the book, and I was so pissed. Like, severely angry. One doggo made it in, yes. I enjoyed the book and movie Ready Player One. I have not seen that, and it looked really good. I didn't know it was a book, Danny. I did not know that that was a book. I'll have to check it out, though. I'm nervous about the book because the movie was so kick ass. That's not something you hear every day, Mims. I don't know if I want to read the book because the movie was so good. Are you worried that the book is going to ruin the movie for you or vice versa? Or that you just can't get into the book? You enjoyed the book and the movie? It sounds like you enjoyed it, both of them. You're worried that your brain won't be able to create that much of an awesome atmosphere? Jalen, same. The reason is I only watched the first Harry Potter movie until recently. I love the book versions. Yeah. So this is what happened with me with both Harry Potter and Hunger Games. I knew Harry Potter was a book series. But I saw the first movie first. At the time, I had been going to a private Christian school. My parents were never this way, but I was surrounded by my peers who felt that Harry Potter was evil, that it was witchcraft, and you're going to hell if you read it or if you watch it, this, that, and the other. And it didn't help that the only girl who really in the whole school who really liked Harry Potter was kind of I don't want to say a bad egg, but she was a rebel. And in a Christian school, that's not something that you want to be. Um, but then my parents, for my brother's birthday, surprised us by taking us to see the first Harry Potter. And I was mad. I was like, I don't want to see this movie. It's sinful. It's against God. It's witchcraft, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. But they drugged me into the theater anyway. And within the first 10 seconds of the movie, I was entranced. I was like, oh shit, I actually like this. And then I went home and read all the books that had been out. I think there were like 2 or 3 books out at that point. Um, Thank you, Realms, for the bits, by the way. Sorry, I was really into my story. But ever since then, I've been more obsessed with Harry Potter than my brother. And of course, I grew up with the books coming out. So every year a book would come out and I would have to wait. I would just obsessively read through the entire series all year long until the next book came out. And then same thing over again. And then the movie would come out. And so I'd read all the books again before going to see the next movie. And I wasn't really concerned with the inconsistencies. Like, they don't include Peeves the poltergeist, which sucks because he actually could have been a great comedic relief. Thank you, Mims, for the robot bits. Um, Thank you for the 10 robot bits. Those are freaking awesome. Jalen says I went to a Catholic school and they read the first book to us during reading time. Yeah, it's not as looked down upon as it used to be. Especially the first 3 books, like they're so innocent and they're so cute. It's the last few that start getting darker, and you probably don't want to be reading those to like third graders, you know. But I forgot where I was at with this whole spiel. But yeah, I would reread the entire series before we went and saw a movie. I'd reread the entire series if I was bored. I would reread it before the next book came out. Um, yeah. Oh, that was when it came out. Okay, interesting. So I didn't go to a Catholic school, but it was like a non-denominational Christian school. So like any Christian faith person, well, anybody could go, but it was non-specifics, like Catholics, Lutherans, whatever, whoever, you know, as long as you paid the tuition. but but yeah, so then I became obsessed, and my brother kind of lost interest, and then it became my thing. But as an adult, I we rewatched the movies so many times that I kind of forgot about all the little details in the books. And then I finally, like last year or the year before, reread the series again. Oh boy, and there was a lot that I forgot about. Like Spew, Hermione's little activist group um, for the little guys. Um, but yeah, so what's up with you guys? If you like Harry Potter, like Jalen and I, what was your first experience with it? You were 11. Yeah, me too. Me too, Jalen. I grew up being pretty much the same age as the characters as the books came out. Even though it's set further back, when the first book was published, I was like 10 or 11. I didn't read it right away, but by the time I got to reading it and caught up, it was like I felt immersed in the world because I could relate with every single thing. I mean, it was an incredible experience growing up with that series. Danny never got into Harry Potter, but that's how you are with Lord of the Rings. Yeah. Not me. I tried reading that several times, and I could probably try again. But I get really impatient when a book goes on and on and on about things I don't care about. I will put a book down and not finish it if a description of a freaking bookshelf is 2 pages long. Like, I just don't care. Don't talk about the dust particles clinging to the spine of the book published in 1893 by your great aunt Francine, who died not famous, or whatever the frick. But Mims, okay, Mims. going to play. Literally read that as R2D2. Red Dead 2 with Scoobs, or he might cry. Okay, tell Scoobs hi for us. Enjoy. Thank you so much for all the bits. I appreciate it, Mims. See you later. Um, so anyway, Danny, my point was that's how I felt Lord of the Rings was, and I tried to start with The Hobbit, and I couldn't. I couldn't get interested in it. The descriptions were too much. I couldn't. I was like, where is the action? But as an adult, I could probably try again. I mean, I did read The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, and that thing drags on for like 30 pages about stuff I don't care about. The first 30 pages are all like, they're all set up so it's important later, but it's like, why? Why am I supposed to care about these people? Why am I supposed to care about what they're doing? Who got his button? Oh, Scoobs did? It does. But as an adult, I probably have a longer attention span now. The description is silly. I will have a better chance to keep reading. Okay. Really? Like, yeah. I get that too. And reading books on writing, I understand now that longer descriptions are sometimes necessary to show you how a character is thinking or feeling, because how a character sees one room or one person differs from how another character sees that same room or that same person, and that can tell you a lot about the character, or a lot about what they value or dislike or whatever. So I now understanding that I could probably try to get into Lord of the Rings. So I'll let you know if I do, Danny. I love the movies, and as I understand it, they're not very close to the books, but probably the same thing as Harry Potter, where they get the general idea and the important stuff, but it's not the same. But we've been streaming for like 2.5 hours, guys. This was a great discussion. I am so glad you all came out. I think I'm going to wrap up here. I thoroughly enjoyed the discussion. I'm really glad we decided on a book for April, well, for March, to discuss in April. Um, Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for all the bits. It means so much to me. And Realms, Jalen says, imagine how long those movies would be if they were. I know. Every single, well, I just like everybody else, I have the special extended editions of every single Lord of the Rings, all three of them. And they are long movies. I mean, they're long movies anyway. The extended editions are even longer. Uh, and it's still not enough, you know? Thank you, Realms, for the bits. I think one Corgo made it in. Um, but again, I appreciate all of you. We'll be not full enough. I know exactly how you feel. Jalen, thank you for the bits. Thank you so much. Appreciate so much love in this stream tonight. If anybody's seen The Office, tell me who said that. Except she didn't say stream, but I don't want to stop though, because you guys are being so awesome and I'm enjoying myself. But I do need to go. I have to go. So tomorrow we'll be streaming, I think, more Sims. I need to finish some shell builds, but I'm so burned out on that stuff. I just don't know what to do anymore. I was watching an Asylum challenge, but that would require more building. So we might just continue with the Sister Wives challenge. I don't know. Hope to see you all there. If not, have a wonderful night and a great weekend. Danny, I'm so glad you could make it. I hope things get better for you. And I should probably finish the Snowman, sadly. First class and I have an F already. What? Danny. Don't feel like you need to read. I mean, obviously, life comes first. Your family, your schooling, that kind of thing. Reading's been an escape for me, so I just don't want you to feel obligated to any of this stuff. But I appreciate everything. Tell Jenny I said hi. And if you guys need someone to talk to, I'm here. You know where to find me. So, with that being said, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I had so much fun, and I hope everybody has a great night and a great weekend. And I will see you all later. Bye.
You do not know how to exit, do you?